Welcome to my YouTube automotive channel. Today I have a 2012 Dodge Grand Caravan minivan and I will show you how to remove the steering wheel. This video will apply to Dodge Grand Caravans made from 2011 all the way up to 2020. Now, before you can remove the steering wheel and access the bolt that's actually holding the steering wheel, first you will have to remove the driver airbag. And I will start this video by doing that, and once that is done, then I will show you how to pull off the steering wheel. Now, before you start removing and disconnecting the airbag, always make sure to disconnect the battery. Why? Because if you don't, you will most definitely trigger the airbag light on a dashboard and you always risk this airbag being deployed. So always make sure to have the battery disconnected. When disconnecting the battery, you always first want to disconnect the negative battery pole, then the positive one, and when you are connecting the battery back again, always make sure first to connect the positive and then the negative. To disconnect the battery, you will need a 10mm socket. Now, once the battery is disconnected, now you can safely proceed to remove the front driver airbag. Okay, so this driver airbag is not actually too hard to remove on these Dodge minivans. It's held by only two 10mm screws. One will be just here on the left side behind this cover, and other one will be at the same spot on the other side, so just behind the cover right here. Now, before you start, I would advise you just to unlock the steering wheel and pull it all the way out towards yourself. That way you will give yourself more space to work in, and once you've done that, just lock it back in place. Now you'll have more space here on the side for your hands. Next thing to do is just pop these covers out. You'll have to find something like a small flat screwdriver just to remove this cover. And you can do the same thing on the other side. Okay, and by actually opening this cover, now you will gain access to that 10mm screw on each side, so you can use your ratchet and remove those two 10mm screws. Yeah, it's quite easy and straightforward actually to do it. Okay, so these are the screws, and now there is nothing else holding the airbag, and what you want to do, you want to gently pull it towards yourself, but don't pull it too hard because there are still two wires, connectors on the back side of this airbag. So actually on the back side you will have three connections. Two wires that go into the airbag itself and one here that's still separately. Now to remove this, all you have to do, pretty much you have to press onto these two clips at the same time. I'm trying to work with one hand here, so maybe the easiest way to do it is just gently grab it with pliers, you see, just like that, and pulling it out. And you will do the same thing on the other one as well. And this last black wire, it pretty much just pulls out, so there is no clips to push or anything. You just want to separate them pretty much. Yeah, I did that already, but yeah, like I said, there is nothing to push. You just want to pull it straight out. Okay, and that's pretty much it. Okay, so once the airbag is removed, now you have access to the bolt that's actually holding the steering wheel, and that is the 13mm bolt. So what you want to do, you want to get your ratchet and remove this screw. Okay, so this is the screw that's holding it, and now before you remove the steering wheel you will want to unplug this white connector. Just on the bottom of it you will see there is like a small white clip which you want to press, and then just disconnect this wiring. While removing the steering wheel you want to be careful not to damage any of the wires, because they have to pass through this hole here, this opening. So you want to pull it straight towards yourself and not pull too hard. And also what might happen, even though you have removed this screw, you still might not be able to pull this steering wheel off. Then you just want to like hit it from each of the sides so it releases, and then you can just wiggle it off and pull it straight towards yourself. Also, one more thing which is important when replacing the clock spring. Do you see that small dot on the bottom there? You have to align that dot with the position of your steering wheel when you are installing the steering wheel back. Now that's really important. As you can see, I've made a small marking just here on the top which aligns with that dot, so when I will be installing this steering wheel back, so it's all nice, straight and aligned. If you don't do that, your steering wheel will not be straight, so that's something also to keep in mind. You can also use like a marker or whatever, but whatever is the easiest for you, just to mark it here. Okay, so like I said, just pull it straight towards yourself and be careful to pull these wires straight out. Okay, and this is how you remove the steering wheel on a Dodge Grand Caravan minivan. Thank you for watching this video. I hope it was helpful and educational. If it was, please like it and consider subscribing and joining my YouTube automotive channel. On my channel there is lots of how-to videos, do-it-yourself videos, car reviews, product reviews and other similar automotive topics.